What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Assemblage 23 and his 2001 album Failure. Thank you as always to Kim, as well as to Michaela and others who've commented on this. Oh, and Chris as well, who've commented on the Assemblage 23 reactions. And we're now going to listen to Longevity. It's another single word title. I suppose longevity not only relates to a significant duration, but it's almost always in the context of a lifespan, whether that's biological or otherwise, meaning something has longevity because it exists or indeed lives for a long time. And so, with that as a starting point, I don't really know what to expect. I mean, given the nature of a couple songs on the album, but in relation to Tom's father passing, I wonder if it could touch on that. I wonder if it could be an exploration of his own mortality, or whether it could speak to some of those concepts, but on a broader level, the idea of a long life, everything that goes into it, and what it means as you get to the shorter end of it. I also wonder whether it might be about more than just humans or any particular human, but about time itself. So I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Assemblage 23. The track is Longevity, and it's from his 2001 album Failure. Why, like, how is he not more well known? It's crazy. There should be monuments to this man. Indeed, like, is Tom's songwriting or his composition better? And the answer is yes, they are both better than a lot of other electronic infused acts that I've heard. Like, what composition here from the wicked, like, twisted, electrically vibrant lower end of the tune to that frantic and steady, intense synth line to the melodic and soaring elements that really stand out in the second half of the tune, from the tonal shifts that take place at a couple of the measure changes to just the overall sequencing and chronology of the tune. Forget about it. Like, just crazy good. Lyrically, I didn't catch a lot here, in part because his vocals had a bit of this, like, echoed, cavernous sound, and they were sort of embedded within the rest of the sonics, and partially because I just was so struck by the sonics, which, all the parts I just mentioned, but then the percussion, like the steady beat, the drum flourishes at the end of some of the sections, that one, like, it was like a add-on to the measure change, like stripped almost everything out, did a little drum flourish, and then everything came back in. Again, just all aspects of the composition and arrangement on this one were incredible. But what I did hear, like, right away, it's like I can forgive your weakness or something to that effect. So again, I'm thinking that may be related to his dad. Obviously, it's the kind of line that could be directed in many different ways, but given the context and given the subject matter of previous songs we've heard on the album, I wonder if that's the case. And then I thought he was saying, like, I'm following in your footsteps and going places you've been, but then I think I misheard that. I think it's like, I'm not following in your footsteps and I'm not going to the places you've been because I need to forge my own path. Okay, so again, that could work with the father dynamic, and yet again, it could just be about, going your own way, like, not just being exactly what you're supposed to be, but I feel like maybe it's more narrow than that. Oh, there was like a line, like, at first I thought I wasn't hearing the word correctly, but then I heard it enough times, it was like, wait, no, I think that is the word. Something about jeopardy, which, jeopardy, things being in the balance, sort of hanging up in the air, being at risk. So I wondered if I was hearing that word correctly. But either way, like, I didn't catch enough to get a full sense of what's happening here. But longevity, I wonder if it could be about the lack of longevity, if it could be about, again, questions and issues that arise the longer you live, the longer you have to make your own choices as an adult, whether or not it's, like, specifically more narrow than that for Tom in this song. So either way, a remarkable tune sonically and lyrically to the degree I caught it. And again, it was like dark and grinding and brooding, and yet it had emotion to it, and that even soared a little bit, again, especially in maybe the final third of the tune. So just incredible. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.